The Modern Warfare 2 beta has a lot of problems with it, and the list goes on, and honestly guys, I don't know where to begin. First of all, yes, the gameplay is not Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, because I haven't pre-ordered yet, and I don't plan on it at any point in the future at all. I don't plan on pre-ordering Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. MW 2019 Part 2, we'll get into that later in a bit, but I'm not going to pre-order because I don't need to. I already know what's wrong with the game just from watching other people play and just hearing everyone's complaints. And it's kind of like, well, I don't need to know much about the Titanic. I don't need to watch the movie to know that it's about a sinking ship, right? I just want to get into what's all the things that went wrong with the Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 beta. MW 2019 Part 2. We're going to get into it. So, first of all, I just want to say, it looks like it plays exactly like Modern Warfare 2019. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm watching it, and I'm listening to people who have played it. And obviously, everyone has different opinions. I'm not saying everyone who has played the game has said, like, oh, this is just like Modern Warfare 2019. I know, there's a lot of delusional people out there who don't believe it. But from the ones who I've seen who are smart, they all say, even, like, it's very similar. It's very similar to Modern Warfare 2019, that utter garbage of a game, flaming garbage. Like, honestly, my first impressions when I first saw gameplay of it and all that, I think during the COD Next event with all the streamers and content creators and all that, when I was seeing the gameplay, and even later on, a day later, I was saying, like, it literally looks like a mix. I mean, mostly Modern Warfare 2019, it looks like, but honestly, it looked like a mix of Modern Warfare 2019 and COD Mobile. I'm not even kidding. I'm not saying this just to be negative. It's just a rag on the game. I'm not trying to be negative here. I'd love to have something to be positive about in this video. I'd love for Call of Duty to be good again. I would love it, and I would praise it if it were good. But from what I've seen, it's not. It's the same thing that we've been getting from Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard. It's like it's the same thing. It's the same garbage. No one's, and the devs are not listening. They are not listening. Yet again, they have not listened. They have had 3 years to listen to our complaints, and they haven't. And so the first thing I just wanted to say, I mean, other than that, the graphics. It looks like Modern Warfare 2019 and COD Mobile. To me, those were my first impressions. And I'm not trying to rag on it. I'm not this huge person who's into, like, oh, I'll look at the graphics of this game, because look at what I'm playing right here in the gameplay. I'm playing COD 4 Remastered. This is a 2007 game that has remastered graphics. Like, I clearly don't care too much about graphics, and if I were to say something like that, I'd be a hypocrite. But my first real complaint with this game, and the thing that is definitely wrong with the game, is the buildings and doors. Here we go again. I noticed buildings and doors, and honestly, that wouldn't even be a huge issue. I mean, it is an issue, because there should not be all these buildings and doors. That it just doesn't make the game flow well. It just makes things stagnant. And you know what adds on to that? And you know what's the main reason for making the game stagnant and boring and just like everyone's just sitting still? Loud, deafeningly loud footsteps. Footsteps that sound like elephants. Footsteps that sound like earthquakes. That doesn't help. That does not help. And that was a major complaint with Modern Warfare 2019. And what did they do? What did the devs do to add infinity turd? What did they do? They did absolutely nothing about it. They just turned the other way. They turned the ear away, one ear out the other. Like, it's just like, they don't care. They don't care. You know why? Because they're catering to the casual player. And the casual player has to listen to people to lessen that skill gap, because normal people, they don't need, like the old games, we never had loud footsteps. You played by the radar. And here's another thing. The classic minimap is gone. There's no classic minimap. There's no red dots. Like, normally if someone's shooting on the minimap, you'd see them pop up as a red dot unless they use silencer. But since all these sound effects are so loud, silencer is basically useless. Well, not basically, it is useless. Because even if you use silencer, you can still tell the direction of the enemy. Like, you know where they are. Like, it doesn't matter if you use silencer or not. You know where someone is, because it's so damn loud. Like, they just completely, like, they literally took away the point of one of the more popular attachments on a gun that always served the purpose. Silencer always served the purpose. Now, there's no reason to use it. There's literally no reason to use it now. Like, if it takes away damage or range, there is literally, like, there's no reason to use it. And apparently, I forget who it was. It was either Charlie Intel or Modern Warzone. I think it was Charlie Intel. He played early gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 Beta, the Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. And apparently, he was playing, and there were red dots in the minimap, like it was a classic minimap. But apparently, he said that to the devs, and they're like, what? Like, they looked at him like he had 10 heads or whatever. And apparently, that was just a bug. So, something that was, like, normal was not supposed to be in the game at all. I'm not even joking. Like, they literally... they messed up, quote-unquote, from having a classic minimap. Like, what? I'm telling you, these guys are clowns. And another thing is Dead Silence. I mean, this is no surprise. There were reports on this, I'm pretty sure, from Ghost of Hope and all these guys, leakers. But yes, I mean, the surprise, Dead Silence is still a field upgrade. And since you can only get up to level 15 as of now, I mean, it could change in a bit, but... you can't even earn Dead Silence yet, because you earn it at a later level. I don't know what level exactly, but you can't even earn Dead Silence yet. So you can't even see what that feels like without, you know, hearing loud footsteps for even like 15 seconds. Because that's all it does. It turns your footsteps down for literally like 10 or 15 seconds. Because I'm assuming that's what it's going to do, because that's what it did in Modern Warfare 2019, and it was a complete clown show. It was terrible. It was horrible the way the footsteps worked, and it's gonna be the same thing in this game. No Dead Silence has a perk. It always was. It was like they did it in Cold War. They had Ninja and Dead Silence as a perk. Why can't they do it in Modern Warfare 2019? I have no idea. And another weird thing is third-person POV. I don't understand this. I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand how can you put third-person POV in Call of Duty, in a Call of Duty multiplayer? Like, who asked for that? Did anyone honestly ask for that? I don't remember a single person asking for third-person POV in a Call of Duty multiplayer game. I seriously, like, I'm baffled. I am baffled. It's like they're going backwards. Like, third-person POV. And that would be a complete disadvantage to anyone who wants to play normal, because then you have more visibility. Like, that's just ridiculous. They should get rid of that. I mean, they won't get rid of it, but it's terrible. And like, there's just a weird mantling animation where you climb. I don't know how this is gonna work. It's probably gonna screw you up sometimes when you're on a streak, and then you try to climb something, but then you get stuck, because that's what happens. It's like you're hanging off a ledge. Like, it doesn't. He doesn't climb over things right away. Your player doesn't climb over things right away. You gotta like wait. I don't know if you have to double tap now to climb stuff, but you can like move side to side when you're climbing something. And I don't know. There's just little things like that. They turn into big things because there's so many little things, quote unquote, like that. They just mess up on, and it's just like, why? Who the hell asked for you to do that? Like, are they? It's almost like, are they doing this stuff just to piss people off and to get more talk around them and more speculation as to like why they did this, or will they make a change and have all these people make these complaints? It's just stupid, man. And don't even get me started on the gunsmith, the new gunsmith. It looks so damn confusing. I mean, to me, the new Modern Warfare 2019 gunsmith, when that came out, I mean, we're talking like 100 attachments. You have all these different attachments, and most of them are useless. They do absolutely nothing. The only thing they're there for is for you to unlock, so you can stay on the game longer. You have more things to unlock and achieve. And I don't know how it works. It's like they made things harder for themselves and for the players, people who are buying their games. They made it harder for them. And also, of course, no map voting again. No map voting, disbanded lobbies. You know, you get out of the game and you join up on this random lobby, because that's how skill-based matchmaking works. Which, again, I mean, that's the big thing. Skill-based matchmaking. I didn't even think I had to mention that. I mean, I thought that was guaranteed that everyone would know, but yes, skill-based matchmaking is coming back in this game, and it's gonna be horrible yet again, like Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War. Vanguard and all these games. It's coming back. It's here. I mean, it's in the beta. I've heard a lot of bad things about that too, but no, it's here. And no, it's just it's terrible. Skill-based matchmaking in the beta, and people are already having complaints about it in the beta. Man, it's gonna be freaking chaos. It is gonna be absolute chaos when this game, when the full release of it. Ugh. And another thing I've heard and seen, like whenever you ADS, it's like you completely lose sight of the enemy. It's like you can't see him. It's like it's the weirdest thing, and it had the same problem with Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard. The same thing. Maybe it was a little better in Vanguard, but Modern Warfare 2019, it had horrible visibility. Like you couldn't see anyone. It's like you're aiming right on him and you can't see him. It was never like that in any other game before it, I swear. And I mean, everyone knows who has actually played previous games, you know, games that were actually good, and we're talking Black Ops 2 and before. But even games after that, like Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, didn't have visibility bad like this. I mean, it was nothing like this. And that's not even to mention the TTK, the time to kill. It's horrible. The TTK, it literally, like I watched the MP5 and apparently it's the meta. People are making meta videos already. But the MP5 is apparently the most OP gun in the game, and literally, it's like a sniper. I saw someone using it, or a laser gun, like that new laser gun they added to Vanguard. It's literally, it's like that. I mean, we're talking within milliseconds. Like, they land 1 or 2 shots on him, and, like, he's gone. It's crazy, and that's not, I mean, that's the best weapon. But we're talking, like, literally every weapon. Again, just like Modern Warfare 2019, it's the same thing. The TTK is ridiculously fast. Like, it's so insufferable. And again, that caters to the casual player, because they don't have good aim. So you gotta say, oh, well, you land a few bullets on him, well, that'll get him. Like, it's that idea. It's just it's so wrong. It's so bad. There's so many things bad with this freaking beta, with this game. This is the game. Never mind the beta. This is the game. They can change up a few things, a little, but I mean, this is basically the game. And it's not looking good. And a lot of people are catching on. I'm seeing a lot of people canceling their pre-orders. A lot of people waking up to this BS, you know. A lot of people are getting fed up. Like, this is literally a basically copy and paste of Modern Warfare 2019, except they managed to change things. Not only did they change things, but they took a step backwards from the simplest things, like a classic minimap, the slide canceling deal. Like, I mean, I don't really care about the slide canceling thing, because that was never in Call of Duty to begin with. I personally don't really care about that. But I mean, again, just the little things. They're taking step backwards from a game that was already terrible as it was, and now they're just adding on to it. Like, they're making it worse. And so it's a train wreck. But yeah, that's everything wrong in a nutshell with this Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 beta. I mean, it's a joke. It really is a joke, and the devs are not listening. Infinity Turd, they are not listening. They're clearly not listening to the community, because they still haven't even addressed this. They're not even acknowledging it. It seems like it's like, what are you guys on? What are you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up there. I mean, I can go on for hours about this, but it's just basically this is like the condensed version of a rant. But man, I mean, believe me, I can go on for longer than this, but there's no need for that. Be sure to like the video, it helps out a lot. And subscribe if you're new. If you enjoyed this and want to see more of this, then awesome, stick around, appreciate that. And hope you all enjoyed this. 'Tis been Juan.